I have doubled my win rate just because I know exactly where to trade. As you can see here, this is the latest example on a GU, and I caught pretty much the entire top, almost the entire move to the downside, which is this trade right here. How did I achieve this snipe entry? Well, it's actually not a rocket science. If we go to the higher time frame, we will see why I basically take a trade. Quick recap, I trading the MVM system, which stands for manipulation, volume, and momentum. I try to simplify my trading system into basically 3 simple steps, 3 simple things. As you can see here, we got major highs, we having some distribution on the highs. This is basically my manipulation, and I see 2 significant volume pushes to the downside. This one is quite a bit significant, simply because I having this really strong momentum to the downside. I can expect trend to basically remain bearish until we reach some significant high time frame level. Before I took a trade, what is my significant high time frame key level? Well, it's really simple. I see pretty much these 3 lows right here. I have 3 major significant levels to the downside. Why did I enter the trade right here? Well, if we paying attention to, like I said, we having major distribution on these levels, taking out the latest fractal highs, then having significant shift, and we having a little bit consolidation moving to the downside. Then on a lower scale, we got pretty much the same thing, and this is another distribution. To simply put, I see so many manipulations on the highs, but at the same time, I don't see manipulations on the lows, as you can see here. And as you can see here, that itself telling me there is strong likelihood we will continue price lower. Now, if we coming back to the higher time frame and even the 15-minute, it's not that important for this example, but maybe if you've seen my previous video where I talk about one specific data that I tracking to basically triple my performance, this is what I'm talking about. If we paying attention to this candle close, this is my London Open, and because this is my London Open, and we are reaching this level of interest, this level should basically hold in order to having the bearish bias. I have pretty much 2 options. I can execute a trade right away because I know my bias and I know my invalidations point right here. Or basically the plan B would be either go to the lower time frame or waiting for some confirmation that we're gonna continue to the downside. In this case, because I didn't pay much attention to the charts, and this trade literally took me like 5 minutes, meaning doing some checklist, execution, and then pretty much walk away. I woke up the next day seeing that we not pushing to the downside, we having some volume candle, so I just closed the trade, boom. That's it. If I would waiting for the confirmation, I would probably have to go here and waiting for this volume candle to basically close above a significant level. I would be probably taking less risk to reward ratio trade, but I would have the confirmations. But there is one thing I basically tracking, and that's the time. So we close the candle on London Open, which telling me we either gonna having manipulations on the highs, basically right here, and around this specific 1-2 hour time period, which is these 2 candles, I will get the entry opportunity. Just based on the hourly time frame, I can execute the trades right here after another hourly candle closure. Obviously, I didn't do that, so I execute the trade right away. Why? Because a few reasons. The reason number 1, I already explained, we are bearish. The reason number 2, we reaching this significant area. And the reason number 3 is most of my winning trade, if I'm right on the bias, happening in this specific time period. And because this is a large move, as you can see here, there is about 30 pips. It's not usual to having the London manipulation based on my data to having 30 pips to the upside and then going to my direction. So this is the reason number 1 why I took the stop loss right here, and the reason number 2 is I'm seeing this area that I don't want to see the shift to the upside. But usually when I see the move like this, I never want to see the full recovery of this candle, because that usually means I'm wrong on my bearish bias. But either way, if you put the stop loss around this level, that would be perfectly fine, and it still would give you a really nice risk to reward ratio trade with 5 minutes of trading. Basically no drawdown, no stress whatsoever. As I am executing the trades right here, we created another high time frame key level. We have basically 4 levels to the downside, so the likelihood the price pushing at least here is very likely because we don't have any manipulation on this low. Sometimes to make more money in the market is by trading the less or taking a very simple approach. But obviously you need to know the exact levels where you want to see the price give you the opportunity. That's how I basically simplify my trading experience into this MVM system.